Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're gonna play Selesnya Cage with the brand new Elspeth Storm Slayer. So the idea of the Selesnya Cage is on the Collector's Cage itself, Hideaway 5, where we can hide away a card from the top 5 card of our library, and then we can pay 1, tap the cage to put a +1 counter on a creature we control. Then, if we control 3 creatures with different power, we will be able to play that hideaway card for free. So, before, what we did was we tried to hide away Overlord of the Mistmoors, and then cast a big Overlord for free. Having a 6/6 on board that keep pumping out 2/1s is going to be very impactful in the early game. But now, we got another card we can hide away, that is Elspeth Storm Slayer, the Planeswalker that doubles our token generation. Well, in a token deck, it's going to be very useful, but she also brings out 1/1 soldier tokens, give our entire board +1/+1 and flying, and then we can also use her as a removal to kill any creature with mana value 3 or greater. Not 3 or less, 3 or greater. So, that means we can kill anything that's not 2 CMC or lower. So not 0 drops, not 1 drops, not 2 drops, which this deck is not going to struggle to handle, and then it will kill anything 3 or above, which will be pretty useful, honestly, in a lot of matchups. So, Elspeth is an insane card, but well, actually, just like Overlord the Mistmoors, right? Elspeth is also another card that if we can't hide on a Collector's Cage, we can definitely just hardcast, because she's just 5 mana. It's not the end of the world to cast her on turn 5. Just that cheating her out on turn 3 is way scarier. But this deck also, this deck can also run Voice of Victory from the new set, which allow us to not only stop our opponent from interacting with our combat phase during our turn, we also have a Mobilize 2 that brings out 2 1/1 tokens. Well, with Elspeth, that's 4 1/1 tokens in 1 attack, and that is oh so scary. So, this deck really kind of pulls it all together by bringing a lot of tokens, and then we're able to buff up cards like Burrowguard Mentor, and if we have a Shelter by Ghost on the Burrowguard Mentor, well, every attack is gaining us, a trillion life, and, we'll never die that way. So that's the idea of the deck. Now let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early game, we got 4 Llanowar Elves to get us a little bit of a rampy ramp on turn 1. But if we don't have Llanowar Elf, we still need to kind of curve out. So we're going to have 4 Pawpatch Recruit. Pawpatch Recruit is not only a 1-drop, it can also double as a 3-drop that brings in 2 creatures. And then our opponent can't really can't really target it. Because the ability pumps a creature if they target another creature that we control, right? So if we have 2 Pawpatch Recruit with the Offspring ability, then anytime they target one of our creature, the other Pawpatch grows. Doubled, because both Pawpatch, even the Offspring, has the same ability. So that's a turn 1, kind of into turn 3 maybe. But turn 2, we have Collector's Cage that we can cast to start hiding away our good cards. We also have Voice of Victory to stop our opponent from being able to play spells on our turn. And that's great a lot of times on turn 2 when our opponent is trying to hold up like a removal or something. If we play Voice of Victory, they can't play anything on turn 2. They waste their mana. In the early game, that's going to be very impactful. And then we have 2 Burrowguard Mentor, of course, to get a really, really tall board. And then we have Shelter by Ghost to remove our opponent's creatures. Then, turn 3, we're going to have Toby, the Beastie Befriender. I only have 2 of this because it's a legendary card. It makes a 4/4 token that's not legendary, which is pretty cool. And it gives all of our tokens flying, which, I mean, Elspeth already is going to do that, but still pretty useful. And then we have Sandstorm Salvager, which makes a 3/3 golem. And then we can pay 2 to tap the Salvager, and then pump our entire token board on a token deck. This is going to be very useful. Then, that's really all we got to curve out to. 4-drop, you can kind of play the Overlord for the impending cost if you want, and 5-drop, you can play the Elspeth if you have it in your hand, but most likely, it's just going to be cheated out by the Collector's Cage, or at least that's the goal. Then we go to the land base. We're going to have 24 lands because we want to try to hardcast Elspeth if possible. So we don't really want to miss land drops. We want to have a little bit more tempo. But we also don't want to have too many lands because we're not a control deck. So 24 lands, 6 Plains, 4 Forests, 4 Brushland, 4 Verge, the Hushwood Verge, 4 Razorverge Thicket, and 2 Fountainports because we have a lot of tokens. We can sack those tokens for card draws, and we have a lot of lands. 24 lands is technically a lot for an aggro deck, or even a tempo deck. So we can utilize the extra mana to tap the Fountainport to draw cards. That's the idea of the whole deck. Very good Selesnya Cage. I actually had to cut the what is that golem called? The gold 4-mana golem. It's somewhere here. The bright glass gearhawk, right? I had to cut this because I couldn't fit it in the deck. That we don't have that many 1-drops. In the old Selesnya Cage, I would put that golem in. So let's see how well this deck can do in the current metagame. Alright, our opponent is the Loch. He's a Loch Ness monster. Loch Ness monsters going first. We got 4 lands in our cage deck. Seems fun. Still 4 lands. We got 1-drops in this deck, right? We got 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Pawpatch Recruit. Mulligan twice and we still couldn't get any. We keep, maybe. Do we put away the Salvager or do we put away the Voice? Oh, we gotta put away 2 cards. What am I even thinking? Not much to think here, right? Cool. Lush Portico turn 1. That's a big decision. It is a big decision for our opponent. They mulligan once. Okay, I'm gonna go leave, come back 4,000 years and see if there's actually anything going on. There's a Pawpatch Recruit. They tossed the Leyline Binding. I mean, it's probably a Beanstalk into Overlord next 2 turns, right? No! Annoyance! Very surprising. Oh, the Voice. Don't think it matters. If their deck is just full of removals, I don't think it's gonna matter. Alright, they can't interact with me anymore. That's fun. Do we cage here? They can't play spells at all this turn, right? We cage, make my Voice a bit bigger. This doesn't do anything. If this was not a 1... There's no way. They're all 1 power. If my Voice was already a 2 power, then I can target one of those and make this a 3. Overlord of the Onwood. He gets 1 land. Alright. Guess we play the Burrowguard, right? I don't think it matters here. Get those 2 1/1s. Put 1 on this. Get the Overlord out. Get 2 2/1s. It looks like it's scary, but I am walking into a Sunfall this turn. So, do they have it? Didn't rip it. Duh. I would rip it if I was them. Not even gonna think about it. They are really thinking about it, but you know, we have seen our opponent take forever for a very obvious turn, so who knows? Maybe they have something? Seems like a pretty long rope just to Sunfall. But it could just be, you know, BM. I'm very familiar with BM on Arena. Gonna pull out Balloon. Ah, it's a balloon. Yes. But why is it always red? Is he gonna rope all the way down and sunfall me in the last second? Maybe he is. I'm not. I don't want to emote here because I feel like he is BMing me. I don't want to BM him. Maybe just rage quit. That's probably the more accurate answer. Balloon Man, rage quitting. Yeah, that's a whole thing. So he rage quit there, so we're just gonna turn cards sideways. You can't actually play any spells. Yep, GG. Nice BM you got there. Go back to making up your locks. Alright, our opponent is 0. You can't be virtuous if you're 0 and you're playing mono red. But we got Cage, we got Shelter, we got the works. Let's see if our Llanowar Elf will survive. Because if he does. Oh boy. Red. Ah. We're Pawpatching it up. Higher, is it, right? I remember, is it? I'm not gonna be able to fight through. Ah, Corey still cut it. Cool. I'm not gonna be able to fight through the cage. The question is, can I actually cage here? I can't, huh? So I don't want them to play 2 spells. What if I just do this? Actually, they have damage based on, or they have cards based on damage, right? So if I play Voice and I Shelter my Voice, no, GG. There you go. Haha, quick game. Yeah, lose a 0, give it a hero. Right, our opponent is Link. Like the Zelda? The opponent goes first. I don't really have creatures, but another red deck, you don't say. Take it in the Llanowar Elf. Maybe I get another 1-drop creature? Not likely. Challenger, yeah. Everybody coming in. Not much I can do here. Beastie, Befriender. Four is a good blocker, but can't block alone. Manifold Mount. Do I even block here? Maybe I don't block at all, right? No, you just got a Burst Lightning. That means I can't block even if I wanted to. I mean, yes, but no. Right? Because I could play the Burrowguard Mentor and the Cage, but then I'm kind of out. So I have to play the Overlord off the Mistmoors. Freaking red decks. This is why you need Shelter by Ghost against these kind of crappy decks. I'm already at 8. I pretty much died to anything. Lightning Strike. Are they going to use their Lightning Strike? I mean, if they don't attack at all, oh, they're going to regret that. Also, not using the Lightning Strike is insane. Oh, okay. Post combat. Higher Claw. Please let me punish them with this cage. Please. I mean, the cage is coming down no matter what, right? I don't have to use it right away, but it's coming down. I will get a shelter. It's pretty important to get a shelter. Then we... See, I want to gain a life this turn, but I don't think I'll get to. So maybe it's the Hushwood Verge. Then we play the Burrowguard. Each equal to the number of creatures you control. Not even that much. Let's put it on this. This can attack this turn, right? That's what I want. Right, they saw the shelter, didn't want to play it out. GG. Alright, our opponent is Gore. I don't know what that's supposed to stand for, but it sounds gross. We got cards to play. Not fast cards, but cards to play. If I mulligan, I might not have cards to play at all. White. Voice. Nah, you're not playing anything. Good for me. The Salvager is probably better than Toby, I think. Can't actually interact with this. Can't play spells during our turn. Lay down arms on my voice. Alright, he's gone. He's gonna lay down arms again? No, he can't on the Salvager, but I guess he can get lost, right? You gonna do anything? Pass turn. Smash your card sideways first. No, let's get a Toby down. Toby! Your name is Toby. I don't know how many people was gonna get that reference. Saw it in elementary school. We're gonna hit it. Day of Judgment. Jeff Bezos. Very scary indeed. Don't want to just shelter that. But I could go in with a 3/3 and a 4/4. I don't think I want to do that. I can fly. You go to legendary, right? This is not. Well, the beast is not legendary. I don't think it's worth it to just make him fly.
Spare your gratitude.
I can also destroy the creature. Maybe I'll just do that.
One fewer foe.
I can attack with the 4/4 because I don't really want to block with any of these. So let's protect Elspeth. I think it's pretty good to protect Elspeth. We will be able to take out almost anything he plays this turn, and Elspeth is single-handedly a threat. Look at her. I don't like this art as much as the 4-mana card, but oh man, is this a good card or what? How are you gonna fight this? Mono white. I like the sleeves, but is it their white cocoa time? 5 mana. Maybe they have their own Elspeth. But if they have their own Elspeth, we can fly over. That's not gonna help. All they do. Oh, they can also get flying. Nope.
Join the fight.
Didn't think this through. Which is totally fine with me, if they don't want to think it through. We can give our creatures flying and fly over.
elsewhere.
We stay flying for one more turn, right? That's second Toby. Keep the second Toby. You can help block. And I'll end turn. Because I can tap the Sandstorm Salvager. Pump all the tokens. Six mana, here comes Farewell. You gotta answer Elspeth somehow. Lay down arms, that's fine. Get lost. Alright, Elspeth gone. She down. Caretaker's Talent, very annoying. But we're gonna get so much damage through. How much damage is this? Enough for lethal, I think. Gotta block some of them, right? Let's see what are the blocks. Blocks all of them. Cool beans. Alright, let's help our Salvager because we can. Don't think I need a Burrowguard Mentor. We already have too much damage on board. Play a Llanowar Elf? I don't know if playing the Llanowar Elf is necessary here. They are down to one card. Nope, GG. Oh, this board is too threatening. Alright, our opponent is Matsukasaten. They go first? I mean, at this point I'm not even surprised. I'm playing a Bunnies deck. Stadium Headliner. Start with a Recruit. Board Master. Can't block that. Is that a Goblin? It's a Warrior, right? Yeah, not a Goblin. Get a Burrowguard and we'll just pass turn. See what he has. Block this 1/1. Jump speed 2. Got a bunch of stuff going on already. It's nice for them. We Llanowar Elf. And it will shelter the Burrowguard. Take out the heavy. And we'll attack for 4. Do we attack for 4? Gain 4 life. Yeah, have to do it. Have to do it. Another heavy. Guess we'll take this damage. Freaking Goblin decks. Seriously. Alright, we can Pawpatch Recruit again. Oh. I don't think I want to shelter. I mean, this is a heavy that I want to get rid of, right? How much do I care about getting rid of this heavy, though? Definitely want to cast a Recruit like this. Do I? If I cast one Recruit, and I get rid of the, I get rid of the heavy. Yeah, it's got a lot of cards. don't think he's gonna target me. Okay. Six, 5, trample. You gain 6 life. That whole board gets big. Yeah, let's do this. We get more creatures this way. There's no first strikes on their side. This trample will kill him. Yeah, right? There's 8, 9. Okay. They don't have lifelink. They go down to 0. Gee, we're at 32. Goblins don't match for bunnies. Alright, our opponent is Jean. Like the pair of pants? You go first. Oh, Elspethy, are you gonna be here? Hi. Verge is default green. Oh, I can't actually cast the Elspeth. Everything is default green. Is my Llanowar Elf gonna survive? Heartfire Hero. Fountainport. We'll go the Salvager route. 33 might be able to block a 1/1. Maybe. Also, if I draw a Wise Source, I will build an Elspeth. Mana value 3rd greater. It's not in that deck. Don't know if they have anything that's mana value 3 or greater. Alright, so what can they do here? There's no first strike in their deck. Is there? I wonder. This monster's rage, right? But it doesn't pump it out of the range. I guess they might have something. They might have something still. Turn inside out. Okay, so we're gonna take a lot of damage this turn. We take 5, then we take 8. They have a 2/2, but that's all they have. You draw a White Source. Oh, it costs 5. Why did I think it cost 4? Old Elspeth costs 4. Alright, we will just... Llanowar Elf into Llanowar Elf. I just gotta make sure one of my Llanowar Elves survives, right? Get 2 1/1 soldiers, and then I can... No, I can't pump it. I don't have mana to pump. So I have to take this damage? No, I'm too close to dying to take this damage. Flip a phase up for a Manifold Mouse. Yikes. And I mean yikes. Double strike. Do they have trample? I guess we got a chump. They have a 3rd Monster's Rage. Yeah. 3rd Monster's Rage just blow me away, huh? Well, I just died. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, our opponent is Mike from A14. What's up, Mike? How you doing? You going first, huh? Well... we are definitely gonna run this bad hand into the ground with the Llanowar Elf. Alright, Star-Shaped Cleric. Already gaining life, already dealing damage to us. Seems fair. Get a land. Time for some Pawpatch Clerics. Pawpatch Cleric, Pawpatch Recruits. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to target our stuff. Just an attack? Okay, what do? We attack with the Pawpatch? I think they want to interact somehow, right? You can stop the interaction with this. Attack for 2. Doesn't block for sure. Yeah, we're just vomiting on board. Snarling Gorehound gains that life. We take that damage. Attacks again. Down to 12. Can I draw something? Evidently not. I don't think this Pawpatch does anything here, so maybe it is just about us turning cards sideways. Yeah, let's just do it. They're probably just gonna chump. Oh no, my mana. Whatever will I do? I don't know if it's correct for him not to kill his Sanctifier, because if he's gonna reanimate things, I think he'll want them in a graveyard. Otherwise, he's not getting much out of it. Yeah, I mean, we're not getting much out of it. 4 Pawpatches. Count them. All 4. Alright, well, he's gonna do a little bit of damage somewhere. There it is. That's the right play. Eh. Count them. 4 Crusties. Yeah, we're at 9. We're not gonna survive long. Our draws were a joke. Here's Amalia. And erase the pass. On 2 creatures. Very scary. Still attacking. If you can't block, might as well attack. Oh. Oh. Well. This has been fun, opponent. But, Our Lady of Faith is here. This is, This is what we call in the business a buttload of damage. Sorry, Mike from A14. Looks like it's a GG for you. Goodbye. Alright, our opponent is Trisolarsyzygy? Whatever it is. I don't think I keep this hand. Okay, fine, I'll keep this hand. Jeez, alright, keep 6. Go back to Forest. Maybe. Don't answer my elves, please. I can hope, but another yikes, okay. Channeler. It's gonna be a 3/2. Pretty scary. But hey, you know? Elspeth is just as scary. Make our tokens. That Channeler is gonna get big. Alright, well, we gotta kill this Hinterling Sanctifier. And lose our Elspeth. Unfortunately. But it had to happen there. Get a second Elspeth.
I will turn the tide of battle.
I think we're gonna take this Linden out.
Peace!
Right, do they have another Linden? Their draws were pretty insane. They do have another Linden. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, this is what it is. At least it doesn't fly, right? We draw a land? Actually, I don't think it's too bad. So I can do this. That's 4. Yeah.
Join the fight.
Alright, you got a 7/6. I got chump blockers. Shelter by Ghosts. Okay. You gonna shelter the Elspeth? It's annoying, but I don't think he can attack through this.
Light will shine.
So? What's it to you? Ooh, a Collector's Cage. What am I gonna get? Okay, nothing great. Pawpatch Recruit or a Sandstorm Salvager. I guess we get the Salvager. Get all these in here. See if he wants to block. He doesn't want to block. It's down to 11. He gains the life. I can end this turn. Yeah, the Savager will pump all of my tokens, which is pretty important. Second shelter. What is he sheltering? Probably the Overlord. It's taking out one of the flyers. I mean, that's annoying, but I don't think that's worth it. Is he gonna attack? It's gonna attack into something bad if he does. He does attack into something bad. Gutsy move. Put it on this one. Eight, huh? Can I get 8 there? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not 8. Gotta put everything in front to get to 8. It's pretty annoying. I mean, I think I just put everything in front. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think they have a 1-mana stick. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, I don't think there's a 1-mana stick here. All his stuff dies. I give back my Elspeth. And
I launch the path to victory.
I could make everything fly. I think I will. Yeah, let's make everything fly.
Warriors.
I make the tokens anyways from the attack. Oh yeah, G to the triple G. Elspeth takes us to victory. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those cagey games, how does this deck feel? I gotta say, the new Elspeth is insane. This Planeswalker wins us games whenever she comes in. She is so scary. Elspeth is just a broken Planeswalker all around. I think the two new Planeswalkers, Ugin is a very impactful card when you play him. Right? Well, when you slam Ugin, basically you exile something, and every other artifact or color spell exiles another thing, which is pretty impactful. But costs 8 mana, costs 7 mana, right? Takes a long time. But Elspeth, on the other hand, when you play her, she doesn't seem as impactful the moment she's played. She's a 5 mana, 5 loyalty plus a 2 creature, most likely. Most of the time when you play Elspeth, you want to do the +1, you get 2 soldiers. It's +1, or it's 1 soldier, but then it doubles because of her passive, so you get 2 tokens. And at that moment, you might think, it's not that great, right? I pay 5 mana, I get 2 tokens, and I get at that point would be a 6 loyalty Planeswalker. How good is that? But the hidden side of Elspeth is that she's an Anointed Procession, which, if you remember Anointed Procession, your opponent definitely have to handle it right away, or the game runs out of their control. So there's an Elspeth on board with 6 loyalty that they have to handle, and most decks are not going with direct Planeswalker removal. Most decks are going with the damage route, and with 6 loyalty, the damage route isn't as easy. And she also +1 gives 2 soldiers, so we got blockers. 2 blockers means that unless they have trample, it's not easy to kill Elspeth the turn she comes in. And then that grows really quickly out of control. Not only that though, you can also -3 to kill an opponent's creature, which means that if they don't have haste, if they just have big beast sticks, they're gone. And the best thing is, Elspeth is a finisher herself as well, because the +0 ability gives all of our board +1/+1 counter and fly. It's not +1/+1 this turn, +1/+1 forever. And flying. Flying isn't forever, but at least it lasts until our next turn, so that our creatures on board can block flying if we need blockers. If we don't need blockers, if we need attackers, now all of our attackers has evasion. So yeah, Elspeth is insane. The whole thing, this whole deck kind of comes together for Elspeth. If it wasn't for Elspeth, I don't think the Selesnya Cage could be as good. But right now, it's very strong. Try it out yourself and overrun a lot of your opponents in Standard. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.